forget that. For this year, 2020, there's not going to be party. What are you doing? Yeah, you can party here on the chair.
Sorry. So it's like Diary Talks
with Micol
and Andreas.
Today, I want to talk about
Welcome to Diary Talks. My name is Andreas.
My name is Micol.
And this is our very first episode.
We're super excited.
Welcome, guys. So
bear with us with every problem there might be.
Yeah, wherever you're watching from, your living room, your couch, your bedroom, your bathroom, your bathtub, your kitchen. Yeah, that's where I actually watch videos. You know, you go from the couch to the chair, to the chair, to the kitchen.
I think we got
from the kitchen to your bed. Who else is? You've been snacking a lot, though.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you have.
No.
Because I've been snacking a lot. Because
Okay,
when I'm bored, you know, you just look into the fridge for answers.
But the question is, why have we been snacking? And why have we been sitting in this house and moving just from a couch to the kitchen to the bathroom to the bedroom?
I caught her working in the bathtub the other day. It's super weird.
What?
So the topic of today is
obviously
quarantine because of COVID-19.
Yes.
We all have our masks. Should we put them on?
I don't think they hear it if we put them on.
You don't hear us?
He just wants to show it off because it's a mask of
Logan Paul.
Of Logan Paul, there you go. So he thinks he's really cool. So please tell him he's really cool down in the comments.
Well, what's yours made out of?
It's a sock.
It's a sock. Okay, now every time she puts it on, she smells feet.
That's not true. It's
so I don't know. And we have our gloves.
Yes.
So every time we go out, we have our masks and our gloves. But we are currently on day 44. Day 44. No, that's 44. I counted before.
Okay.
Of being stuck inside these walls. So how did we get here? Do you want to start?
Sure.
Or do you want me to start?
Sure. No, I'm down to start actually. So how did we get here? First of all, we're in Miami, which is really cool if we could actually go out and see how Miami is and all the vibe of Miami, which we were super excited to actually learn about and discover.
I'm going to
I'm really awkward when I dance, just FYI.
And she's the dancer, so it's really weird.
Anyways, so the whole thing started, we graduated from university in Switzerland, and the coolest thing is we got to go a week to Thailand, which was amazing with all our classmates, with all our semester, and we were, how many were we? Like 100? No, 180.
No, I think we were close to 200.
Okay, like
180, 200.
200 people.
That way.
Crazy bunch of people all going to Thailand, and it was
Coconut Island.
the most amazing.
Shout out Coconut Island, you guys did.
We loved you.
Job.
It was incredible. No, it was seriously the most amazing thing. But the whole thing before was we were scared because there were 30 cases in Thailand. Wow. So my mom was like, wow. Stop. So my mom was like, no, Micol, I'm not sure you can go. I mean, come on, that's dangerous.
But this was February. You forgot to tell them when this was.
I'm sorry. Yes, this was February. I totally lost track of time, obviously. This was February. So mom was like, yeah, no, 30 cases. It's dangerous. Like, better stay home. Like, stay safe. I'm like, mom, 180 people are leaving. Like, it's my last trip with all my friends. I just want to go. So we left, we were super excited, the trip went amazing.
So much fun.
So much fun, too much fun for him. We came back home to Milan, I'm from Milan in Italy, on a Saturday, and we were very tired, obviously, after a very long trip. And the next day, we found out, on a Sunday we wake up, and there's 150 cases in Milan of coronavirus. We're like, what?
You still forgot a big detail.
What's the detail?
It went from 17 to 150
in one day.
In one day.
Yes. Correct. True. So we arrived on Saturday. It was 17. The next day it was 150. So that
Meanwhile,
was
like, we
intense.
sorry to interrupt,
No, please.
but we didn't
continue.
think of anything big, you know, because like, okay, there was 30 cases in Thailand. We were having fun. We didn't realize exactly what was going on because, you know, we were having fun. We were on a school trip with our friends. So like,
I mean, we were being careful, but
okay,
we
yeah.
were in an island
being
all by
careful.
ourselves. So it was like,
So we got back. We went on the metro in Italy. We were like, okay, yeah, you know, it's chill for a day. You know, for a day.
Because then it was a disaster. In a certain sense, like the thing escalated super rapidly, as you might have heard in the news. Like the whole thing in Italy, it went from 0 to like 1,000 in like a week. And that week, we just came back from Thailand. The whole thing was, I should have stayed in Italy for like a month. And while my family was already in Miami, and Andreas should have left as well, like after 2 weeks. Instead,
I did.
no, you
I
left after
as
1
planned.
week.
No, I left as planned.
Well, anyways.
I didn't change my ticket.
I know you didn't change your
No.
ticket. You're right. But it was all very in a rush because, like, every day we would have like 200 cases more. 200 cases more. My mom was obviously panicking, as always. And then his dad as well, though. Like, they were.
Man, my dad wasn't panicking. He
No,
was
but he was
just
like-
like worried. Like he was like, you know, I can change your flight now. And I was like, Dad, come on, let's chill. Because like I left 2 weeks.
On Friday.
I left on. I don't. Do you remember the date? It was the
No,
20.
I left on the 1st of March.
28th.
So you left on the
I left
28th.
on the 28th of February. So like it was still relatively new. You know, like we didn't understand exactly the severity. You know, things.
Yeah.
Restaurants were still open.
We actually went to a restaurant.
Yeah. Ice cream shops were still open. Yes, we know that because we love ice cream. The grocery stores were still very much open, but I mean they're still open now. But there was no social distancing. There was no mask. You needed a mask. You needed gloves. There was none of that. And especially in Italy, especially now where it's like after how many months that they've been on lockdown.
No, two at least.
So-
I think. Yeah.
So I go back to the U.S. I'm gonna put in a clip now of how the flight was because I've never seen a flight so empty in my life, guys. Really, there was 20 people, 30 people on an international flight from Europe to Newark.
But
Which
that
is
was
crazy.
That was kind of weird because the story is instead of me staying in Italy for a month, thank everyone, I managed to get a flight on the 1st of March, like 2 days after you left, and that was the last flight
Oh my god!
that reached the
Wow.
U.S. It was crazy. Like we were all panicking. There was the announcement 2 hours before our flight departure that all flights to the U.S. would be canceled, and I was obviously flying to Miami, and I was at the airport. So obviously I was super tense. My mom was texting me all the time. He was texting me all the time, like, what do you do if you can't come? Because if I didn't catch that flight, I would have stayed in Italy for like 3 months by myself at home with nobody else. No, you couldn't have
Yes,
come.
I could have, babe.
Well, that's a cute thought.
I'm a permanent resident, so I can fly in and out, no problemo.
And he still does not talk any English. Yeah, well, that a bit, but any Italian or
I
Spanish.
I understand Italian.
Anyways, so
Like
it was.
Valentina, Focaccina. Andiamo a prendere un caffettino.
He's
Not
very
too bad,
cute when
yes.
he speaks Italian, but you should practice more. You should actually speak to us in Italian.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'll try.
Anyways, you keep interrupting me, so focus. And anyways, the flight left Milan, and it reached the US. I landed, thank God. However, again, there was the possibility that it could have been reversed, and the flight should go back to.
Really?
Yeah, that
You
happened.
didn't tell me that.
That happened to one in New York.
Can you imagine?
Imagine you fly 12 hours and
you're
then
like,
you have
"What's
to
up,
go back.
States?" And you go back.
And that happened to a flight to New York. So obviously we were all scared. My mom was tense. I did not have internet connection when I actually, luckily, stepped out of the airplane and I
Yeah, I
kissed
realized that.
the US ground.
You didn't
And
text me.
everyone was texting me, and somehow I could not connect to the Wi-Fi of the airport. I had obviously no connection, so everyone was panicking again. But finally, I managed, got to the US safe and sound, and that's where we are here right now.
But the thing is, it's crazy because like in Thailand at least they were screening temperatures even in February. In Zurich they didn't do anything.
In Zurich they didn't do anything.
In the US they didn't do anything either. So like I don't understand because now it was like going from, it was crazy because we went from Asia to Europe to the States in like a matter of what, 2-3 weeks?
Not even a week.
No.
Thailand, we came back from Thailand on Saturday. We stayed a week in Italy, and then we went to the States.
Okay, yeah, maybe. So like you got to see like the differences. I mean, in Thailand we didn't realize because again we were partying. In
him especially.
In Italy we didn't realize because it didn't. It was the very, very, very beginning of the problem. And now the U.S. I mean, as day 44, it's like, okay, yeah, everything is closed. Beaches are actually starting to open up now in Florida, so that's good. But they actually, Miami actually just closed the parks again, only after 5 days of opening them. I was reading an article. That's why Key Biscayne was closed.
Oh, really?
Because
I didn't know that.
Because so many people went out. You know, when they first announced that parks were opening, so many people went out. They disregarded social distancing. They disregarded the masks, so Miami had to close them again because, you know, people weren't listening. But that's the problem. Like once everything opens again, once parks, once restaurants, once bars, gyms open up again, people are going to be flooding, and
it's going to
that's going to be the second problem.
That's going to take a while. I'm sure, like gyms, especially, like well, you're a super passionate and fit guy, and I love to go to the gym as well. So that was like a hard thing for us to like kind of handle.
I'm so sick and tired of doing push-ups and burpees.
Burpees.
I can't do them anymore.
I can't do push-ups, but burpees, half burpees, I get there. But that's the thing. I think gyms, bars, and like clubbing, forget it.
Nightclubs.
Forget that. For this year, 2020, there's not going to be party. What are you doing? Yeah, you can party here on the chair. Because I'm sure there's not going to be like any other like parties or openings. It's impossible. Because like as said, if you start opening everything, the aggregation of people, especially in those places, you're just stuck to each other practically. And it wouldn't make sense. But it's really sad. I mean,
it's also sports events and stuff like that.
Of course.
I follow NBA guys, and I actually just saw a poll that ESPN, or I don't know who conducted, that said they asked fans if they prefer to wait until fans were allowed to watch the sports, or if they would rather have the sports events continue without fans. And now people couldn't care. Like they'd rather have the sports continue without fans, just to have something different to watch, you know? Sure. Because I don't know about you guys, but like I've been going back and forth through Netflix, you know, and I've watched Outer Banks season 1 because there's only one season. I've watched Altered Carbon season 1 and 2. We've watched.
I've never heard that.
Altered Carbon was the one about the sleeves, the bodies. You know, you could change sleeves, you could change bodies. Okay, it doesn't matter. We've watched, what was that show? With the Love is Blind, season 1, where I restarted watching Criminal Minds with her and her family. We watched all 3 of the trilogy of Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and Angel Has Fallen.
But that's 3 movies, that's okay.
We watched a really good movie called Prestige, which was really cool with Hugh Jackman.
El Ojo.
Excuse me. Oh, El Ojo.
No,
The platform. It's on Netflix. It's about a jail. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find different things to watch, different things to study. But let's ask, what have you been doing to pass the time?
Me?
Because I rarely see you.
Yeah. Well, let's first start from the fact that, again, let's go back a bit. So I've arrived in Miami, and I'm living with my family, my mom and my brother, and we started a business together, which is related to talent management, consulting, and events, especially online right now. So it's a lot to do. It's a startup, so there's a lot of work. Anyways, Monsieur Gigon, or Bubba, he arrived after 1 week that I got here to Miami, and his aim obviously was to like find a job, You did interviews. I like
Do you
went
wanna-
around. Sorry.
Do you want me to speak?
No, I want you. Yes, but after you did interviews and everything, and we were looking for an apartment. Like you were looking for an apartment for yourself, so that life could start. But everything shut down.
After a week.
And yeah.
Like we went out to dinner once. Like I arrived here, I was super excited. It was like, what's up?
Yes,
Yeah.
Miami
Like let's
vibe.
Like we didn't even get to go to the beach, guys. And like I know like
I didn't go to the beach once. I didn't swim in the sea. I didn't use the swimming pool of the building because it was shut down as well.
okay,
Like,
we
I
shouldn't be
didn't
talking about this because
anything.
people have it far worse than us.
Yeah, that's true.
Like even
this was a bit tragic of my side, so I didn't want to make it tragic at all. But it's just to show like the excitement of being like in a new place.
like even my family up north, like they're in New
Mhm.
Jersey, and it's cold now. It's still cold. And he's like, and I'm complaining that it's too hot, but I'm in Miami. You know, like he's like, yeah, Andreas, shut up. Like
Yeah.
it's cold up
No,
here.
we can't. We can't
complain.
Honestly,
You know,
we
like,
cannot.
We're still able to walk outside. We're still able to go for, even though like we're running could be considered dangerous. You know, like we're staying away from people, but we're still able to go outside.
Yeah.
We're still able to walk
take
outside.
precautions
So
and
like
everything,
we're living probably one of the best out of all over the world. You know, like I had a
Sure.
friend in Dubai who was on lockdown, full lockdown. Like you can't go outside, lockdown. Just like in Italy, just
in
like
Italy,
in
I mean-
a lot of countries. And
Initially, it was a
and some
tragedy.
people are living in dorms. Some people are living in shared housing. So like you don't have this. We're living in a luxury right now. So
Yeah.
not going to the beach. Just don't even mention it. I shouldn't mention it. You shouldn't mention it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we should be grateful what we have. We're four of us. We've been able to live here.
But wait, we have to go back to explain the story of why we were four. Like right now.
You just did.
But it's weird. Like, again, no complaints at all. But it's obvious that we were not expecting also this to be like this in this moment. And like after 2 months in Miami, we were obviously thinking of having a different life. Like I expect most of the people, most of our friends as well that we've talked
Absolutely.
to, like crazy, especially like my friends in Italy. Again, like I have friends that have lost their job, that are again locked down in the house, but really cannot go out in any situation unless you want to go to a supermarket because that's just a necessity. But again, with everything.
But this Monday it changed.
Yeah, now it changed after like 2 months. So really, we're lucky. But the experience itself is something I would love to share with you guys because it's interesting and it's not the usual experience that you would expect for a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
Well, I mean, like, I moved down here and I was like, okay, like, it was beginning of March. And I was like, all right, give me until the end of March, please. Maybe a bit longer, maybe 2 weeks into April, just to, like, for me to get situated. Because I was either planning on looking for jobs while staying with my dad in New Jersey, or coming down here, you know, like, because like finding a job when you're in Miami is a lot easier than when you're not in Miami. So I moved down here. I was like, babe, can you house me? And she was like, yeah, sure, until the end of April. She didn't say that, but like me being.
I said until the end of March.
Yes. Well, you didn't say it.
No, I didn't say anything.
But like for me, I was like, I don't want to impede. I don't want to intrude. I don't want to like burden your family. Like being the respectful person that I am.
Unhumble.
So I was like, okay, give me until the end of March. So then I started looking for jobs. I was actually filling out an application. I received an offer, and then I emailed the lady because I never received a written contract. So which is super weird. And she was like, unfortunately, I should have never emailed it. I should have never sent that email. But she was like, unfortunately, your application has been put on pause. Please come back when things start to get better. So then I emailed the 2 other contacts that I was speaking to, same thing. So I was like, great, you know. But thank God I was able to work a bit remotely for my dad in his company, so helping them out a bit so I can earn a little bit of money because, again, that I'm really lucky. People have lost their jobs. Who need the money, who need the opportunity a lot more than I do right now. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to my dad. Thank you to his company. Thank you to God for giving me this chance.
For sure.
So yeah, and now we're May 6th, and I'm
We've been living
still
together.
living together with her and her family. And it was funny because like actually we talked about like I was like, babe, if we go to Miami together, why don't we live together? Like we can get our own place. And she's like, no, it's too early. It's also save some money. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I was a bit scared. I was like, okay, Miami is already a big change. Then, second, like I'm kind of moving back in with my family after 4 years I've lived on my own, which is also a big change because we have to adapt to each other again, and it's weird, it's different. And then he's like, oh, let's live together. I'm like, not yet. And then the situation just went boom, it just went crazy because like I'm living with my family, so I had to adapt to that. And then at a certain point, which I love you, babe, you're amazing, but then he comes in.
Always a but, you know.
No, I do, but you come in the picture, which is like great from one side because again we get to be with each other, which is amazing because if not, we probably wouldn't have seen each other for like what, 3 months, 2 months more.
I mean, no.
Well, if you didn't live here, I couldn't move around. The airplane, like airports are shut or like there's no, but it's risky to go. So, anyways, it wouldn't like there's many people who can't see like their loved ones.
Yeah.
So we're lucky from that point of view, but it's definitely a situation to handle, which is not the easiest one.
It's tough.
So I think we can talk a bit about that, like how we're handling the situation of boyfriend, girlfriend, family.
Can I talk freely?
Yeah, I can talk freely too.
Alright, go for it.
I think this is gonna get into a fight after this. Very nice.
No, I mean like.
You want to start?
No. You start.
Yeah, puss. So, it's interesting. It's interesting. We got to be much closer to each other in a certain sense, but at the same time, like, there's a lot of adapting going on. Obviously, him jumping in this situation of the family is hard. Like, he has to adapt to the family, we have to adapt to him. We kind of have to get into the compromise situation. Like, there's a lot of things to handle. There's not much space. The house is very nice, but it's also tiny. There's 2 rooms. So, like, it's a constant presence. We're constantly present with each other. You know, it's not that we have one space. So that's why I have my lonely nights sometimes where I require silence from everyone, and I just shut the door in the room and stay there.
Okay, first, she's a total baby when it comes to that.
It's one night every 2 weeks. So I just need my space. I watch Gossip Girl. I'm watching again Gossip Girl, and I didn't watch any other series except Criminal Minds altogether because I'm actually like working all the time. So there's not much time. So that's like my moment. Like, I don't want to speak to anyone. I just want to be alone in the room by myself. And that happens just once every 2 weeks, maybe. So you have to accept that. And then, so those are my moments where I kind of go cuckoo and need some time. Because it's a lot to handle. I'm kind of the middleman a bit. Like, there's a compromise with the family, there's compromise with him. Couple time also kind of mixes a bit, and that's where we might have struggled as well. Like, finding the fact that we're still a couple, like, you know, we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And it's hard to handle if you're constantly together. Because even if, like, we did live together, it wouldn't have been this much, you know? It's, like, crazy because like right now we're 24/7 together. So even if you went to work, for example, like you would say have breakfast together and then bye and then come back dinner and then night.
Yeah, like,
and that's it. And then you would have the weekends where you would spend more time together. Instead here I'm kind of the middleman between
and trust
everyone.
me, I want that.
What do you want?
I want that.
What?
That what you just said.
By hi.
Like,
But the problem is not us being like together in a certain sense. But I agree with that. It's like, again, what I was saying is just, it's not easy. Because being the middleman, you have to dedicate time to the family, at the same time, dedicate time to you. Because like we're in a relationship. So we have to kind of handle that. And that's not always the easiest thing. But then, I mean, you can continue, but there's always the good parts. I mean, it could be so much worse.
absolutely.
Like, so much worse. Like, if my family didn't like you, or
Well-
vice versa.
Well, I mean, I don't think we'd be in this position if that was the case.
Yeah, for sure. No,
Like,
I mean, true.
if I didn't like your family, or if I didn't like your family, I wouldn't have asked to stay here.
No, of course.
If they didn't like me, they wouldn't have said yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. However, it could also be like after living together, you'd be like, you just go crazy. But me as well, in the sense of like, no, but you're not. You're just okay. Just FYI, again, he's a drama queen. So whatever he's gonna say next, just lower it a bit, like a tone, because he just exaggerates everything,
No.
and it's not true. Because we do deal
Hey,
well
what
with
if I
things.
was gonna say
saying.
something really nice?
Well, then that's true.
See how she is? Do you see that?
But yeah,
If it's bad, tone it down. If it's good, it's true.
you can push it up.
You're crazy.
No, but it's not easy. You can.
No, I mean it's definitely not easy. I mean I'm very grateful that they allowed me into their humble abode, as you may say, in their casa. Mi casa es tu casa.
That's a Spanish he learned.
No, and it's definitely, it hasn't been easy because like in the beginning I wanted to be like, I wanted to be nice, do a lot of things, you know, and also I don't want to take her away from her family because I know they haven't been with her for 4 years, and I've had that luxury the last year and a half to be dating her, and it just being us two. I mean, we had our friends, but you know, we had us two as well. You know, it's just us two. There's no one else other than the friends. But now, like, I'm in their territory, so it's like.
Okay, we can cut this.
No, absolutely not. So it's like I have to abide by their rules, but for me, there's a lot of things to get used to. I'm not going to point all of them out because there's a lot. But can I talk without you making
Yes,
comments?
I'm sorry.
Did I make any comments? No.
I'll cover my-
Yeah, cover your mouth. You know, like there's a lot of things I have to get used to. So like,
It's a bit smelly.
it's what?
It's a bit
It's a bit smelly. I wonder why. Maybe because it's a sock.
It's actually not.
You know, like there's a lot of things I have to get used to. We don't eat no earlier than 9 o'clock
I'm trying to get that fixed.
in the evening.
Because I cook. I'm the only one
Um,
who cooks in this family all the time because I'm the one that is hungry.
You're the only one who cooks.
Okay, I'm the one that cooks the most. Then Andreas does the ads on, which are really good. Like, he's the potato man, he's the ice cream
Yeah,
man.
I've perfected my fries. They are delicioso.
Is that Spanish or Italian?
Italian.
Actually, that's
Spanish.
Spanish.
Spanish. How do you say it in Italian?
Delizioso.
Delicioso.
Yeah.
Okay, delicious. I cook.
No, you do,
And I
but
hate it 'cause, like-
honestly, you have to say that I am the one that cooks.
You are the one that cooks the most.
Lunch,
And it's
breakfast, dinner.
If
Lunch, breakfast.
if we don't take the initiative to cook, we won't eat.
Or we would eat like
That's
at
what I feel like.
4 p.m. and then like 11 p.m.
11 p.m. And like at that time, like I also like to do workouts. As we
11
mentioned
p.m.
before, I'm very passionate about working out and fitness, but it's like sometimes I can't because people are taking up every room in the house. Like I can't work out in my office room, bedroom. Yeah, I can't work out in it. It's too small. But there's always things going on in the living room, and
Because we're in 3 in the living room.
right. But if we can do calls in the bedrooms, we can work out in the living room.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So that's also a thing that like frustrates me sometimes. Um,
Friends know that he has a very tough character and moody character, so just say. But you're also a little cutie. And as I said,
so yeah, I mean, there's.
you're a mushy cookie.
So I'm here, like I'm doing the best I can to remain composed, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard because like it's also I talked to her about it yesterday or a couple days, saying like I see you but I don't see you.
That's true.
Like we're together but we're not together. Like we try to do these date nights, we try to do things together, but it's hard because you know there's never gonna be just us two. And like date nights, what are we gonna do for date nights? Like last date night was nice. We
Yeah.
ordered food, and then we went by the river, not a river, by the ocean.
Sure.
By the ocean, we sat down on the ledge and we ate our dinner and we talked, and it was nice.
It was really nice because there we were actually alone.
Right.
Because even if like the other date nights we had was like, which are really cute, but like outside we have a little balcony, very little, and we put like 2 pillows,
Blankets,
and,
a candle,
which
and we
was
set it up.
really cute.
But it's like you walk out, and it's the apartment. It's
yeah.
There are families there, like you know, like we never get that proper escape. And like I don't want to sound like bitchy, but it's like I would like to have you alone for a bit.
But I don't know what they would get from this.
They can take whatever they want. It means all that they think of in every aspect.
What are you doing? No, but
yeah, like
I know it's true. Anyways, also from an aspect like we're very comfortable, and that's something I think you can be very happy of. Like in general, like my family is super open. They're really like chill, so that's cool. My brother loves
they're
loves
amazing.
Andreas, so like
He was my workout buddy in the beginning,
yeah. Now he quit.
and now he has stopped working out. But he's so busy. Like he's doing so many good things. He's doing so many big things. Super excited.
He's a singer, so like
to what he's doing now. I mean, I'm working a bit for my dad during the day, so I don't see a lot of the things, but I hear it. And it's his birthday soon. It's her mom's birthday soon, actually.
It's Mom's Day.
It's Mother's Day on Sunday. It's Stepmother's Day the next Sunday, if you didn't know that. So remember, if you have a stepmom, wish her a happy Stepmother's Day, not just on Mother's Day, but also on Stepmother's Day, which is the Sunday after Mother's Day. Shout out to all the amazing stepmoms. Well, I love my stepmom.
I know, that's great. I love that of you.
Yeah,
So that's
she's
really
amazing.
cool. I forgot what we were talking about.
Your brother.
That we have an amazing like relation, like we're very comfortable.
It's
with each
crazy.
other.
Like all of my friends, sorry to interrupt, but like all of my friends are like, man, it's crazy how close you are with their family. Like you should, like it's super amazing, and like it is. Like we went on a cruise last summer together.
Yeah, and that was the first time. I think that's where we actually managed to know that somehow this could work out. Because like that summer as well, we went on this 14-day cruise, which was amazing.
14 or 7?
Well, 7-day cruise. It looked like 14. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
And
that
there,
was the time where I really bonded with your brother.
yeah, of course. Because there, I mean, yes, it was like me and him. We had our own room, obviously, and everything. But then the activities during the day were constantly with my family.
And it was mostly her and her mom tanning or reading, and me and Theo running around, doing activities, doing
that was good for you.
sports. And it was really good for
It was
you
good
too.
for you and good for me. So the combo
So it was really fun.
So that it's obviously kind of put down the foundations for this kind of relation to work also here. And it's amazing that you can accept them and like be fine with them and have this good relation, and that also them as a family accepted you inside.
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot.
My mom really practically treats you like she's like, oh, I always wanted a third son. I'm like,
Yeah, she
Mom,
calls me her
that's
baby.
That's a bit weird.
It's a bit weird. It's amazing. Like the feeling behind it, But when she says it, I'm just like, no.
It's a bit awkward, but she does it with love. And then mom speaks a bit weird in English, so it's pretty funny. But that's another story. We can have her on our talk show.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
That'd be hilarious.
In English, in only English.
And then I speak in Spanish, and she's like, and then she speaks only in Spanish.
In French. She
Okay.
does French,
Yeah.
a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And also something that we've actually done together, that we've trying to do together, is this podcast. So actually, that time we get to spend together with you guys. When we plan it, I mean, it's a lot of behind the scenes, me trying to get her to work on this podcast.
TikTok.
And I'm still on the
sorry.
podcast. I'm like,
No,
hey,
but
babe,
I love
hey
this.
babe, can we plan TikToks? Yeah. And then she has a call. Hey babe, can we plan this? She has a call.
Hey, I'm a
So it's
businesswoman
like-
here.
Okay, so am I. But I make time.
Okay.
And then we film TikToks, if you haven't seen, or
But you should go
check,
check
it
them out
They're
because we just
super
have
funny.
1,000 followers, and that's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. Our TikToks, okay, this is a bit of bragging, but they're cute. We're fun.
And
Like,
she
they're
calls
nice.
me not humble.
I learned this.
Babe, it's a whoa.
That's a whoop.
No, it's not this. What the fuck was that?
The whoa. Okay, whatever.
What's your...
I did not learn that. It's the milli. This is actually good. Well, anyways, go check them out because they're pretty funny.
Yeah, they're super good, and like we have fun doing them, and like we don't do it. Like partly we do to get famous, but but we do it to have fun, and they're fun. I mean, some of them like disclaimer. Some of them we get really mad at each other when we're doing them because it's like I have this image because like she's the dancer of the relationship. Dancer, but she's like, I only dance like salsa, bachata, and classical. That's it. She can't, and then she eliminates every other type of dance from her brain cells, from her mind, from her ability. And she's like, I can't do it. Even with music, she's like, I don't like this music. It's not Spanish music.
That's not
It's
true.
so true.
Okay,
You're like-
first of all, I don't talk like that.
You're like,
Okay.
and she wouldn't like. At a club, like I'm like, hey babe, you want to go to a club? It's hip hop night. She's like, I hate that music. Go. Yeah, every time.
No.
So like,
I'll-
I'm not done yet.
I'll finish off.
So these dances, we're doing them. I mean, it's like a lot of them deal with, I don't know, I wouldn't say hip hop, pop. They're pop, most of them. But a lot of them have the same dances, like.
Well, now I learned it. It's easier.
Okay, so she's like, I can't do it. She has no patience with this whatsoever. So after like 5 tries, she's like, I can't do it.
But now I'm better.
And I'm like-
that was the big.
And I'm
now
like,
I'm
babe, you're a dancer. How can you not get this? If I can do it, anyone can do it. Which is like, I've had a couple of friends tell me that I'm actually a good dancer. Shout out Hibba. Hibba told me like, I'm actually a good dancer.
Hey, you do move well. I was
move
so
well. Hey.
Yes.
But
Anyways, just
in other dances,
you're continuously interrupting me.
I'm not done. I thought I was done. But
Proceed.
but some of them are super cute and they're super fun to do. But we've actually gotten better. So yeah,
You done?
I'm done.
Ah, good. Anyways, Francis no, I don't do that. I don't speak like that. Okay? It was a very bad imitation of me. I do agree on the fact that I don't love hip hop. And the point of it, I don't love hip hop. I love to see it, but I've never learned to do it, so I'm a very perfectionist in my nature. So if I don't know how to do things
In one
the
try.
perfect way, then I get mad at myself, and then it somehow translates to him, which should not happen.
But it does, babe. You get mad at me.
I know, but not anymore. So I'm getting better at that. But I do love, like, my styles are Latin. My styles, it's a different style. And yes, with the clubbing aspect, I don't have fun if I go to a club that does not have the music I like. because I go there. I personally don't drink, and not that that's a problem, but in general, like if you go out, you might want to drink something and get more into the vibe. I don't. So that does not put me in the vibe, and if there's not the music that I like, I just don't dance to it. So there's the aspect, okay, do I have fun or not? And if I can't.
Yeah, but like, what if the thing is about just going with your boyfriend?
Well, then I'll do it. That will take some time though. Because anyways, clubs are not open. So discussion is closed right now. And let's go back to quarantine mode because we haven't spoken about that for the last 10 minutes.
We have. It's what we're doing in quarantine.
Sure, no, we are. Like TikToks, the podcast, especially this podcast, and hopefully the next vlogs that we're going to come up with as soon as we can get out again.
Let us know what kind of vlogs you would like to see.
And podcasts. If you have any discussions, obviously, like please drop them down in the comments. That would be so amazing for us to understand what you like, if you like what we're doing, if there's anything different that you would like.
If you just hate us.
If you just hate us, woo! Which is like, I mean, we love everyone. But just saying, like, really help us out and bear with us because it's the start. But this is really a way to connect with the people that we have left, not behind, but just like after uni, a lot of friends
we left
of
a lot
ours
of people around the world.
Around the world, which is amazing because we have a lot of friends all over the world and we can connect to them. And thanks to technology and thanks to this podcast that we came up with, we really would like to connect with them and share even more what they do and like their personal experiences, passions, problems that they might have had. And it's something that I think could connect not only us to them more, but also like everyone that is listening. It's something that could be really cool.
There's a lot of problems going on. I've actually just before hopping onto this podcast, I was reading about some really unfortunate things that were going on in the country that we're in the United States. Is how you don't know what I'm saying right now, do you? I saw videos in New York, especially about cops and how
I know what you're talking about.
And I need to bring this up because it's a really big topic, and I think it should be spoken to how crazy the human race is, and this needs to be fixed right now. Is how cops are treating different types of individuals during this quarantine. It's funny because I saw a video of a white couple or white people in a park, and a cop was with a mask and gloves, and he was actually handing out gloves to these white folks. And another video was in the Bronx, and there was it was a really nice day out, so the community, the African American community that lived there, wanted to just have some time outside, just get some sunshine for once in their life, you know, like during this quarantine, because everyone deserves fresh air, everyone deserves to have a little bit of sunshine. And cops were literally choke slamming them because they weren't respecting the social distancing guidelines. Ridiculous. That's honestly ridiculous. And the difference in how just cops are treating white people and African American people in this crazy time of quarantine where everyone should be respectful of one another, everyone should be happy to see another human. You know, like I've seen the same 3 humans the last 44 days.
But you love great people.
Yeah, I do. But, you know, like if something happened to me outside, it's not like I'm going to choke slam someone because they're too close. You know, maybe like I'll be wary, but it's crazy how this is happening and nothing's being done about it.
Especially nowadays. I mean, we're in 2020. Like, why and how is this still going on? It
makes me mad.
I read this on Instagram, and then I went and checked an article, so I knew what you were talking about. And I think like we all have to be wary of like our surroundings and what is happening. So we all have to respect the social distancing, the norms. Like again, okay, we were joking about it. Like here we have our masks, but we do have our gloves. Like we're very aware, even if we go in the elevator, we're wearing everything. So it's important, and please do follow these guidelines and continue following them also when the situation will improve, because again, you never know. There might be a second flow, you never know. I mean, I hope that nothing will happen again.
I was actually reading about that, and like there was a kid who was arguing, someone, I don't know if he was a kid or a man. he was arguing with someone on social media about like how he had coronavirus and he's happy he had coronavirus because he didn't have any symptoms, so he's asymptomatic.
Yeah.
And he was actually really happy that he had it because his body developed antibodies. So that when the second wave, because scientists are predicting that there will be a second wave, he will be not immune but more or less susceptible to get the second wave of coronavirus, which is deemed to be stronger. Would you wish to have had coronavirus?
It's a very hard question. No.
Yeah,
I mean,
because like
honestly,
because like you never know. Like some people are asymptomatic.
Exactly.
Some people are like read on the news, like you can be in great health, you could have had the best health care, and you could have died from this.
Yeah.
Like you never know. We're young, and like the beginning reports were saying that young people are less susceptible, or older people are more susceptible, which has been proven not to be true. I mean, there was people less than my age who were in a coma because of the coronavirus.
Yeah, no. So definitely my answer is no. Also because of the situation I'm living in. I mean, first of all, I'm in another country, so that makes it harder also from medical healthcare point of view.
And your mom.
And then I live with my mom, who is super fit and everything, but again, it doesn't change because like we've seen cases that affect those people as well. So that would be the least person I would like to obviously affect. Like, so no, absolutely not, and that's what we're following.
Yeah.
All the precautions. So I have a question for you.
Uh-oh.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It's nothing hard.
Okay.
After all the situation is like over and everything is back to normal again.
New normal.
Well, yeah, new normal. But what would you do? First thing.
After getting a job?
Okay, after that.
Okay. Because I need a job.
I mean, that's important. But
straight to the gym.
Yes.
I miss the gym. That's like my therapy. So I would never need to buy therapy sessions if I have a gym membership. And that's gonna be one of the first things I build in my house when I'm older, because it's just me time. I need to pump some iron. I can't do push-ups and burpees and and jumping jacks anymore. I'm tired of it. You?
The same question?
Same question.
First thing I would do, honestly.
Go dancing.
Why do you just anticipate things? Okay, you know me, fine. Yes, but first, before that, I actually really would like to go just to the beach and have like a day at the beach.
With
and
me?
Like, yes, as well.
As well?
No, but like just saying yes with you, but like go back and read a book and then just go in the sea, like come out and just really be relaxed. Because honestly, I haven't been relaxed since I have arrived here. Like, so.
Well, that's good. Thanks for telling me on the podcast and not in person.
What do you mean?
You never told me this.
Yeah, but it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
looking
It
forward
means you've
to
always
it.
been stressed.
See, drama queen. Woo!
But I have to say.
So wait, and then there's another thing. I only
answered one thing.
And then dancing. No, you said job and then the gym.
Well, you wouldn't get a job?
So for me, yes. Well, I have a job.
Is it paying?
Not yet, but it will in the future, and it's gonna be really good. So follow up MBM adventure. Okay, except this slight advertisement. I would then go dance for sure. Like dancing is my thing. Like in like Latin salsa, bachata. It's what makes me feel good. It's how I meet people, and I can't wait. I was like so looking forward to it because of Miami and everyone dances here, and I was super excited. And that's the thing
same.
that I
The
could
gym
not
at
do.
the beach.
So yeah.
South Beach, the gym. That's where you meet people. That's where you meet people too, right? See what I'm saying?
He's a bit jealous when I go dance, but he has no reason to.
But I have to
Because
say,
then-
I want to say one more thing before we conclude.
Yeah. Sure.
Quarantine has been good for one thing, and one thing only, is Mother Earth.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen, but the Venice and all of these rivers and waterways are completely clear, free of trash. There has been less pollution, less littering, and it's allowing Mother Nature and its environment, let's say, I didn't know what word to use, to breathe a little, to have a little bit of break from humans who destroy it.
I'm just scared that everything will go back to before, even though we notice this improvement.
Oh, I think so too.
So that's what I find a bit sad. I hope not only like I'm talking to ourselves as well, that after all this and after we get through it, like that we actually learn from it, and that we understand, like in general, okay, we learn hygiene as well, because sometimes we do forget, not personally, but in general, like learn that, and we do appreciate also the fact that just maybe walking a bit more instead of taking the car, or just like simple things that
single-use plastics, get out of here.
Simple things that really can make a difference, and it would be amazing, like if we came out of this stronger together, and that we're also learning from it and making something good for our planet, because I mean it's our home. So if we don't do something for it in the future, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
that's a very sad conclusion to the whole topic.
No, but it's like a way to say like people should still realize that like what they're doing is affecting not just them but the planet that they live on, and they should be grateful.
And again, not just them, in general, for the virus. That's what we were saying. People, okay, I can go out and just social distance or keep to myself.
See, snacking.
But again,
snacking is one of the worst causes of this coronavirus.
He's talking to my brother. But
and
again,
he's chugging the milk.
What are you doing?
Straight from the thing.
You're interrupting me. And again, for the 3,000th time.
I drink oat milk.
Oh, weirdo. We conclude?
Yeah.
I forgot, I lost what I was saying, so whatever, we conclude.
So, wear your masks. Use your gloves. Be safe.
Keep home.
Be happy.
Subscribe if you like this first episode of Diary Talks. It was super exciting. We loved it. We really had fun.
It was really cool. I like it.
So we like to talk, as you can notice. And we have a really exciting episode coming up. So please do subscribe. Comment down below if you have any advice for us. If you have any topics. For sure, see or hear. So we're really open to anything. As said, Diary Talks, it means you can share whatever you want and freely. It's really raw material. Just be yourself, and that's what we are and what we want to have here with us. So hopefully you like this episode.
And we will see you next time.
Very soon. Bye guys.
Ciao.
Thank you so much. Subscribe.